Hey, worst self-inflicted injury that you've done? Because I've got one currently that you can't see. It's not the stomach or the hemorrhoid.
Okay, go
on. Hot soup.
Oh, yeah.
On bread.
Yeah.
In my mouth. Soup hits roof of gum.
Yep.
Now I've got like blisters on the inside of my mouth.
What is with you?
I'm not well.
A broken man.
No, I'm not well.
Aren't you?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say...
Getting old, man.
I don't know. You just sort of come in every week and there's just something else.
Getting old. I really am. This could be the end of me.
It could
32. Best years are way behind me. It's not getting much better.
If it was medieval times, you'd be well gone, you know.
What does that have to do with anything?
No, just saying, because people would only live to 35.
How would you know that?
Well, I went to school. They told us.
You just know what's the most random thing you know right now?
Right now?
Yeah. That people will be like, okay, I didn't know that.
Well, I've been thinking a lot about how the Battle of Hastings was won. The Battle of Hastings, of course, 1066. And that was really the first, case of, we're winning a battle via the high ground.
And what makes you think of that?
I watched Star Wars in the weekend, and of course, the battle between Anakin, it's over, Anakin, I have the high ground.
I haven't seen Star Wars. I literally have no idea what that reference means.
Really?
It's over, Anakin.
The remake.
Who's Anakin?
Anakin is Darth Vader.
Okay, so you watch Star Wars and then you think about the Battle of Hastings.
Yeah, because he had the high ground. And then I thought,
you
that's
are
interesting,
probably the most intriguing person I've ever met in my life.
You don't mean that.
Just get into it.
Hey guys, welcome to the Dan Does Footy podcast. You can find more of Dan Does Footy on the website, Spotify, YouTube, and social media. Lids off. See ya.
There was heaps of sick kids and I was like, where are they? Kick him harder. Kick him all harder. Punch him in the face. I was bloody horizontally challenged, if you get what I mean. Boner. Tough crowd today. Should we say this is the line? If you don't hear the next bit, it's over the line? Okay, so if you don't hear the next bit, I've got a line. Who's just walked past Punt Road? It dips him. All right, Ollie, we are back. Welcome, everyone. Wherever you're listening, however you're listening, we're just glad that you are. We are back for a big round 14 preview. Thursday morning in your ears. Ollie Gill, you sit opposite me. How are you?
I'm good. I'm worried about you. Are you...
I'm not well. My gut is so sore.
We've had a couple of days on since the Tuesday record.
Yeah.
What are we...
I'm still not well. I'm nowhere. Mentally, physically, I'm just hanging in there. So got now the new injury inside of my mouth.
Yep.
Like, a car roof back in the day, like your dad's car roof, and it had like the roof would bubble.
Sure.
Do you know that stuff? The
Yeah.
Ford Falcon? That's what my mouth is like.
Yeah, okay. It was quite hot in Adelaide though, so that would happen. So
it was hotter in the boot as well. My dad did not put me in the boot often.
No, not often.
Every now and then.
Not often.
Remember back in the day we used to ride in the boot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Driving back from dinner with the extended family.
Too many people. Someone get in the boot.
Yeah.
There's already 3 bodies in here. Snowtown, Adelaide, murders.
Nice.
So it's great to see you, mate. Anything you need to report on? How's the no deodorant going? A lot of questions on that.
Well, yeah, good. I mean, one thing I did like, and the listenership is fantastic, aren't they? At just keeping us in the loop and giving us information we're not aware of. You would have saw. I think you replied to a comment, someone talking about the fact that it's quite common for people not to wear deodorant.
I don't think it is.
And with the Japanese, do you remember that? And speaking about in the war.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. So no, all's well and good with the deodorant. I have copped probably over the last 4 days my first influx of piss takers.
Okay. Meaning? What's happened?
Well, they've just really made their presence known in my phone. I've had over the course of the 32 episodes a lot of lovely people.
Yeah.
And now I've kind of
maybe
it's because I'm getting a little bit
getting lippy.
Lippy.
I'm not going to lie. You're getting very lippy for my liking.
And I can't help but I just have to respond to them. And I say, sorry about that. I can't help that I'm not very funny. I'm sorry for ruining it.
Tell everyone what you're talking about. Something on TikTok.
Oh, Forey McForeskin. Forey McForeskin coming at me. Going,
This is someone's username, by the way.
Yeah. So if you're going to listen to anyone, you're listening to
Forey
a guy
McForeskin, who has 0 followers.
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
But came in a bat for me.
Yeah, he said, I've got no clue whatsoever why Dan would want to work with you. You're not funny. he made a few accusations based off the way I look that I, for legal reasons, don't want to even get into. But other than that, things are well. I'm feeling good. I'm nervous, of course, about Friday night's game, but everything's well in my life.
Well, that's good to hear. Yeah. Thank you. And I'm just going through the feedback now on our YouTube channel. I think we are a very visual podcast. I think that's coming through loud and strong across the airwaves, that people love just watching us. So hello to everyone on YouTube. Hey, we're big in America at the moment.
Really?
A lot of influx from America. So
it's not a shock. Yes, bonjour to the Americans.
To you guys, Americans. Absolutely love your work over there. Just going through YouTube comments here in case anything good's on here. Oh, the Scandal series that we promoted.
Yes.
A lot of love for that.
Yep.
So allegedly we're doing, if you didn't listen to the last episode, Wayne Carey is the one that came through loud and clear. Allegedly did some stuff. Don't know.
Who knows?
Ricky Nixon did, Rat Pack, Adelaide training camp that scarred him.
Yep.
Was another one. There's some more there that I've got on my sleeve that I'm really excited about.
They're clearly the obvious ones. They're the if we didn't do them, we wouldn't be doing
I'll have them
the
here.
series justice.
Two of those. Carlton's Bad Boy, Fev.
Yep.
Melbourne Tanking.
Oh, I like it.
Under the Table again by Carlton when they're paying players. The day Fitzroy died. What happened there? Bomber Thompson.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm getting so sued here. Eston doping scandal.
Yeah.
I don't know about this one, if this one's going to make it in. Someone suggested this. Ablett superfan. Do you know that one?
No.
Allegedly in the hotel room, Ablett and a fan.
Are we
and
junior
she passed
or
away. Senior.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? And I think it's been very much the media took stuff down. It's been very swept on the carpet, but someone actually died in his hotel room.
Of course. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So there's a lot to unpack there. So we're going to do, I think, about 10 episodes, I'm just thinking about now. And we have the wonderful Ash doing the graphics for us right now and the videos for it. He showed me the Wayne one last week. Unbelievable.
Really?
Punt Road Post. Ash.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So I'm so
stuff.
keen for it. I cannot wait. It's going to be a great little addition.
If I could make one request.
You can't.
When we do the Fitzroy one.
You want to do it?
When we do it, can we maybe record from, I'm thinking, the Napier Hotel on Napier Street, just off Brunswick Street? It's the old Fitzroy supporters pub, and they've still got on the wall all their scarves and Guernseys, and like you'll still get a few of the old boys sitting at the bar in their old Fitzroy.
That makes perfect sense.
It's
We'd
great.
be silly not to do that.
Yeah,
that's
perfect.
great.
Thank you.
Great suggestion by you. One of your better ones. All right, let's take your calls as we get into the episode. Just a heads up, we've got a new sting that's probably equally as long as the intro sting, but I think you guys will like it.
Dan Does Footy, Hotline, yeah. Dan Does Footy, Hotline, yeah. If you've got a problem or a solution, then leave a message and we might read it, unless we are really busy. Leave a message, yeah. A footy message, yeah. Leave a message, yeah. A footy message, yeah.
There's no need for a solo in it. So that's the new intro. Hey, believe it or not, that's got another minute in it, but we've probably got to cut it there. So that's great. That's AI generated. That's great. We love that. This show might just become a whole show of stings.
Yeah.
But just no footy.
That was kind of sexy, that song, wasn't it? I liked it.
Let's get into them. Got some here that we'll play. So this one, I can't really see who it's from. And a lot of people, a lot of abuse on there, which is fine. But they're forgetting that I can see their emails. Yeah. So, there's someone was like, not Daniel Gorringe, and then it's like Elijah at gmail.com. Like, I know who it is. So, hey, keep sending your stuff in. It'll be open again this weekend for the games. We're going to do an open one, and we're going to try, and it's a lot of work, I know, but I think we're going to try and bring it in next week. Just a snapshot of how we collect all the calls and people calling in.
Yeah,
so
nice.
if it's a bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's a bad game on a Friday night between who's playing Friday night?
Brisbane Saints.
Then we'll do like 2 or 3 calls that kind of sum everything up.
Yep.
But this is one here. We'll start with Alex.
Mr. Orange, a bit of variation here. I'm probably the only Gold Coast supporter who has ever come through this hotline. Probably the only Gold Coast supporter who's ever used a phone. There's not many of us going around.
No phones
I'd just like to, because, well, there's only about 6 of us going around. Just like to give an official apology on behalf of my club. for that shit show of a performance last Saturday night. And not just the performance, the game was the worst game of footy I've watched in about 15 years of being a supporter.
He agrees.
So I'd just like to apologise for that, and I can assure you that it will continue to happen with Ross Lyon being in the league, and I'm saying that we are not taking responsibility for this shit.
Okay.
And I cannot take Ross Ball in the fucking AFL.
Okay, that's a Suns fan. That was Alex. All right, next one.
Hi, Dan. I was just letting you know how awesome umpires are. They're doing a great job in this game. Up the umps.
Well done, Harry.
Well
and
said.
agree. They are doing a great job. They're
They
only
are.
trying. I did get abused because someone came on the hotline and said that one week I wanted the rules to be called and the calls to be called, and then the next week when they do, I get angry. And I get that. I can understand that point, but what do we want actually, Ollie? What do we want with the umpires? I know we said it last episode a little bit. More consistency is what we said.
I'm kind of with whoever sent that in.
Oh, was it
because-
you?
No, because despite how many, like it was clearly over the weekend, hot potato footy, which we talked about. No one could really feel confident in grabbing the footy, but I'd much prefer that than being tackled for 5 seconds and it still not be holding the ball. So I'm kind of okay with where we're at.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're not going to win this year given they changed the rules halfway through a season.
Yep.
I think they've opened themselves up to massive criticism and everyone for the rest of the year is going to be on them hard.
Yep.
I'm still convinced that if you just be consistent, if you're paying it early, pay it late.
Yeah.
That's all we really want. You know what I mean? Though, the holding the ball early.
Sure.
If you're being held on it early, pay it early. If you're going to be held on it late, then be it late.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
don't just be like, I'm going to change now how I'm going to umpire because it's the last quarter.
Yeah.
Okay, Harry. Well done. Well, good to see you support the umpires, Harry.
Please, 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 Daniel, we need you to come and kick for the days. I don't care how fucking old you are or shit you are.
I mean, okay, but let me just, they didn't need it. It was going so well. Why did we need to say age? I'm not that old and I'm not that shit. Okay, just want to stop you then.
Take you on a
chime in.
real roller coaster
Just,
ride. Some
just
of
want to
these,
say that before.
Fucking days. Swear to God, Dan. Please.
This guy's struggling. Tom.
Need you, man. We can't keep playing like this. Follow the Insta, Tom _
Okay, can't plug yourself, Tom. Okay, we're going to cut that out. People can't plug themselves at the end of their voice memos. All right, this is from Jack.
G'day, fellas. My name's Jacko.
Up and about.
I just wanted to say
Like
first
this.
off that I love what you guys put out. I think you guys are awesome for the footy community.
Hey, thank you, man. We're trying. We try our best, don't we?
We're just going to stop him there.
Well, I just want to say I think we're shaking things up there a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
We're doing well. We're doing some different things.
But aside from that, all that aside, right, I'm a Melbourne Demons supporter.
Oh, no.
Okay, so
Oh, no.
you can probably imagine where this is going. And I sort of have one small issue.
Gonna-
Oh, it's a big issue.
he's gonna
It's a
fucking
really
lose it.
big issue, actually.
He's going to lose it.
Simon fucking Goodwin. He is my problem right now. Okay? I get that these guys are not putting in any fucking effort, but why would you when they're probably all pissed off at the coach for making them do the same shit every year, every week? All you do is just kick the ball up the fucking sideline, put it to a contest, hope for the best. Doesn't fucking work like that. That's not what won you a flag in 2021.
He's got a point.
Okay? And the selection of Harrison Petty up forward, you saw Goody come out yesterday and say something like, you know, I still believe that Harrison Petty is, you know, the answer to us up forward. He's the worst statistical forward in the fucking league. Open your eyes, brother.
These fans are losing it.
And look, he said that he will live or die by the selection of Harrison Petty up forward, okay? Well, Simon Goodwin, your selection doesn't work. Look elsewhere or fuck off.
I mean, I think Jack's lost the plot a little bit.
Is he all right?
D's fans are not happy this week.
Oh, my God.
They're very angry at
That
the
was
D's fans.
tense.
We need to try and change the tone of this thing. This
Yeah.
voicemail is just a venting station for everyone. This last one here.
G'day Dan, Ollie, just listening to the latest episode and you're talking about Essendon and who they've got and their lack of stars, and then once again Dan, you mentioned Sydney's Heaney, Goulden and Warner, and then Ollie just drops they've got a fluffy. I can hear you pause, Dan, and think, what the fuck are you talking about, Ollie? But it's all right, Ollie. I get the reference, mate. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, giant three-headed dog. That is awesome, mate. Great reference. And just, I would love to see that graphic of Heaney, Warner and Goulden's head on Fluffy from Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. If you guys can make that happen, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Keep up the Harry Potter stuff, Ollie. Absolutely love it.
Well done. Are you happy with that? Because I didn't even hear you say that when you said it last week.
Yeah, I was
last
pretty
episode.
happy with it. Do you ever think when you started this show that if you did a voice memo bank like this, that you'd hear someone say, keep up the Harry Potter stuff?
Never. This is not my intention to have like a Harry Potter section in the podcast at all.
A Harry Potter.
Harry.
Well, there you go. It's what the people like, and good to see they're releasing a Quidditch game on PlayStation and Xbox. Coming out
they're not.
September 3rd.
No, they're not.
They are. So
What's it called? Actually called?
I think it's just Quidditch, Harry Potter Quidditch, coming out September 3rd. It's been
That's
released.
such a lie. Why would they do that? That would be the worst fucking game in the world.
No, it wouldn't. Imagine you trying to be a pro, do a career mode.
Oh,
Going from Hufflepuff to the Holyhead Hearts.
Is Harry Potter? Yeah, I'm not going to give Harry Potter any more airtime on this. I'm
Fair
at
enough.
all. Hey, let's get into some more Delist or play-ons. Haven't done it for a few weeks now, I don't think.
good.
So let's get into some here. Ben Eddings, 4. Agreeing with the Mrs. Dad. Shocking take, so he likes you.
Yeah.
You have to.
I think you have to.
That's a given. I think there's a point in the relationship where you stop. You're like, okay, that's enough now. Like after 2-3 years.
Yeah, that's fair.
Early days, it's like a real, whatever you're saying, I'm picking it up.
I remember when my ex in England, when I went over there and met the family, this was so good. The dad was quite a bloke, and I'm just not. And I said, all right, mate, saw your motorbike out the front there. Good bit of kit. And he goes, do you ride bikes? And I go, no, I don't actually. And he went, oh, you wouldn't get it then? That's fair. Okay.
So you just pick something that you thought was a great convo starter here. Yeah.
Do you ride bike? No.
You should have said yes.
You
He's
wouldn't
like,
get
take
it.
it for a spin, mate. It just absolutely, oh my God, yeah. I
Nah,
agree. I
you
think
gotta
there's
do
always
it. You
in a
gotta do it.
relationship where you just, whatever it is,
Yeah.
you ride with. Grace DePeter, standing up to celebrate a goal while the ball is being kicked at the game. Love this. I'm a massive, when you're on a roll, like say you've kicked 3 or 4 in a row and you're in the lead, don't do it when you're behind, but when you're in the lead, 3 or 4 in a row, standing up before the ball's even left their boot.
Yeah.
We need to bring that back. If high tens are back, and we know they are, and we see it every week on the socials and people tag us in it, I want to see some real standing up before someone's kicked it.
Doing the
Just
strawing.
going early, yeah.
And I'm assuming when you say that, I quite like it, but no noise. Like it'd be weird to go, yeah.
I think it's even funnier to go loud as,
Okay.
while everyone else is quiet.
Okay.
I mean, it'd be weird to celebrate like as he's marked the ball and to hold it, but before the ball touches boot, to stand up and just lose it.
Yeah, okay.
So if you're at the footy this week and you're listening, someone give us one of those.
We need to think of a phrase like the high 10, this is the
What is it?
pre-selly or the
Pre-sale, yeah.
a pre-sell.
I think like just the earliest celebration possible. Like when people on planes do the seatbelt thing.
Yeah, sure.
It's like that for the footy.
Yeah, keen.
So bring it back. Will, Bont without a fresh trim or Bont looking dapper? Now, I have questioned what Bont is doing with his hair. Obviously in that middle stage, trying to grow it out.
Sure.
Which is awkward for everyone. Everyone knows that, your short hair is looking sharp and then you're like, maybe I want to grow longer, and then you have that awkward middle phase where it's not short, not long. It's just awkward for everyone. So I'm not sure what he's doing.
Yeah. I hope he's going back to when he would have been maybe 23 at the time. He had quite a nice longish look to
Luscious
him.
locks.
Shaggy.
Yeah, and good looking too.
Yeah.
Good locks on him.
That was my favourite Bond.
He's got the beard too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone real caveman style. Yeah, sorry? Okay, yeah, I want Bont to... I think it's time for a performance cut.
Okay. Yeah,
Given
okay.
where they're at, real performance cut vibes.
So play on Dapper.
Yeah.
Right.
Ben Lashori. Raw dogging a sausage roll at the footy with no sauce. Horrible. I hate that so much. I hate that. Even a pie with no sauce, even worse.
Yeah.
Imagine how dry that is.
It's dry, but, it's,
You're getting around today, yeah?
well, the only thing is that we watch football in different areas of the ground, and where I watch football, it costs extra
For
to get the
sauce.
sauce.
I'm going to always throw you some down.
Open, though.
Have some pleb. Yeah. Because in the upstairs, they come in little bowls, actually.
Do they? Nice. Oh, so you can dip it in. Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of them now, think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, look, if you can get the sauce, then you do the sauce.
Well, how much are they stinging for a sauce, the footy?
Yeah, but then there's carrying it.
what else are you carrying?
4 beers.
4 beers, $16.50
Probably
at
chips,
Marvel. See
you know?
that?
Yeah.
Daylight robbery.
Yeah, but we'll do it.
Yeah, actually, we'll do it every time. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm saying no, but you're saying yes to that.
Yeah.
You happy to raw dog?
I'm happy to
Because
raw
of the
dog.
economy.
If you, I'm raw dog for the economy, exactly.
Sam Grave, Channel 10 red time when no one knew the quarter was going to end and it counted up. Yeah, massive on this. Have we spoken about this before?
Yeah, we have. And I think no one did
Huge.
coverage better than Channel 10.
No.
They were great.
Bring that back. The absolute panic
Yeah.
and anxiety you get when you didn't even know when the siren was going to go.
Yeah.
We need more of that.
Yep.
Especially when the games are close this year.
Yeah. It's the
Like,
best.
bring it back.
And
Bring
then-
it back.
Then they've got the hot and the cold and, players that are hot
Cold's
and cold.
good.
Like, it was just
Bring back not enough.
Simpler time.
Not enough scrutiny or magnifying glasses on players not performing for mine.
really
I
needed.
want to know what players are just running up their kilometres and
Yeah.
not touching a footy.
Yeah.
Who's doing the most Ks for no reward? That's what I want to see.
Yeah, perfect.
I need to see more of that. Even in the media, like I want to see everyone does their top 10 players. I want to see bottom 10 players.
Well,
Give me the worst 10 players in the league.
that's our job here to shake things up. So
No, they're
maybe
number
that's-
one. All right, well, thank you guys. Keep sending those in. Just a side note for things I got sent in as well. Jesse said, what happened to the big pom-poms behind the goals?
They're still there.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not. When's the last time you saw the pom-poms behind the goal in the cheer squad?
Last St Kilda game, I lost my bag because the cheer squad put all their pom-poms over my bag in the race. They're there.
They're not allowed. I haven't seen pom-poms in ages.
They're not allowed.
There's no way. I have not seen the pom-poms in a long time. Did you say they were there on the weekend?
Not the one on the weekend
I
before.
reckon they're illegal. I reckon they are.
Illegal pom-poms.
Back in the day, you'd have pom-poms everywhere, every game.
Yeah.
Bring 'em back.
I know that definitely happened with that one game, whether it was for a particular reason or an anomaly, whatever, but they were definitely there.
Most exciting thing that would happen in that game. Pom-poms. Fuck, that game's so boring. I don't know what have they got this week.
Brisbane.
Oh, my God. They're going to get absolutely pantsed. I know we're going to talk about it later, but they're in so much trouble.
Okay.
They're in so much trouble. And also, something we need to see more of, kicking in danger free kicks.
Yeah.
Haven't seen any of those this year. Would love to see if you'd be paid.
That feels like a sensible one to call.
I think so. It's probably, the one that probably causes the most damage if you get it wrong. I had something else I wanted to bring back and I forgot about it. It was a good one. Something about... Oh, no, something that I just liked. Our power rankings we do on the socials every week. I love how much the teams are getting around it.
Oh, yeah.
They're really investing in it's like they think it's the ladder, and I love that. I've really taken it personally. So who got involved this week? Saints got involved.
Yeah.
So I had them in the we survive having to watch this game category.
What did they say?
They said survive the thrill, I assume.
Sure. Good.
Sure. I had
Good.
Port in the buy.
Yep.
Forgot they existed. This hurts more than being put on fraud watch. And Giants just said fair about 1 week maybe good, 1 week maybe shit. So well done to the teams.
I love that.
I love people take that very personally. I love that people are so invested in that.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best power ranking I think we've got in the AFL world at the moment.
Particularly because you just change the categories every week as well.
I mean,
There's
true.
no consistency there,
There's
which
zero
I like.
consistency. I had Pies out of it last week. Now they're grand final contenders.
Yeah.
It's just a vibe thing.
Totally.
They've got half an hour in front of the laptop. It's just a vibe it out.
Yeah.
And it's done. Let's get into some footy now. International Royal Series might be making a comeback. Now, people are on the fence about this. People loved it when it was in its prime time. And then we really hated it towards the end. I'm a big fan of it. Massive fan of it.
Unreal.
The Irish aren't at all. We had one last time in 2017 and the Irish just did not crack it. Went over there, better at them than their game, beat the shit out of them, drank all their beer and then pissed off back home. Just a footy trip for us, really.
It's pretty disrespectful if we can do that,
So
isn't it?
disrespectful to go over there, drink all the beer, get with all the chicks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And not even play there. When we don't play their sport. What a piss take.
Just rolled up
Yeah.
and said, we're better than you at this.
Okay, what are we doing again? Okay, what are the rules? Oh, no worries.
Guys, I'm half cut out here.
Yeah.
So I want to see it back because it'd be great to see your Reid, Sheasel,
Yeah.
Dacos, Kernos all play together.
Yeah, and then I'd also like to see then, a Zach Tui play for Ireland, that kind of stuff. That's pretty cool.
True. They
Yeah.
want to do it every 4 years, I reckon, like Olympics.
Well, it's not that good an event.
No, it's
we
not a
don't-
big thing.
don't think
no.
we have to wait 4 years
No,
for
just do it every year.
Yeah.
And then they do it in the summer. I think they do it in the off season or pre-season.
Yeah.
So they did it last time.
Yeah.
You know
Yes.
what? Fuck it. Bring back State of Origin. I know it's such a shitty subject to talk about because they're not going to do it. The AFL actually said they're not going to do State of Origin again.
Okay.
But bring it back.
Yeah.
And put it on. Someone suggested you put it on the week in between last round and the first week of finals. Mm-hmm. So then people who aren't playing the finals can maybe play in it.
Do you think if it did come back, though, it would need to change to make it a bit more inclusive to the rest of Australia? Because now...
I mean, Tassie can play in it.
Waiting for the joke.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to have 2 shots at it or,
Tassie can play.
No,
Yeah.
but I don't think it should just be Vic.
Vic versus the All-Stars.
Yeah. Feels like a bit of a piss take.
No, I think yeah.
Like you could surely get a line out and divide the country somehow.
I mean, you'd have to do either a captain. Oh, fuck. Even the NBA did East-West and then went to captain and then went back to East-West.
See, East-West wouldn't work.
No, it wouldn't work at all. I think you're right with it. You couldn't have a Vic versus All-Star team because that would be the Vic bias conversation would be so flared up. But I think you could do something where it's 2 teams that get picked by, I don't know.
Yeah.
Captains? Is
More
that way
so
to
like
go?
an all-star situation.
All-star and call them different, I don't know. I think there's definitely room for it, but I'm not sure why we won't ever do it.
No.
It's stupid because we should. But the fact we won't see the best players in our league play together for a one-off exhibition game is just it's an insult to the fans.
I definitely know with Australian rules, when I lived over there for a couple of years, it would just be the best event in the world
Be
to
massive.
go to. Like, could you imagine that if there are so many expats in the UK and Ireland? Imagine having the opportunity and going out and watching all the best footy stars and no one else really there's got an idea who they are.
Yeah.
And you get sort of full access to all the signatures and just hanging out, having a few Guinnesses.
Yeah.
It would just be so much fun.
Well, we'd go to Ireland.
Yeah.
If it started, I'd be there in a heartbeat.
Heartbeat.
Absolute heartbeat. Smoking Guinnesses.
Yeah.
Love a Guinness, me. Absolutely hate it. It's a horrible drink.
Yeah, I can't
Horrible
imagine.
drink. Dusty 300. Just love. I know we've said it a lot, but deserves all the flowers this week.
Yeah.
Just love that he's not doing media. Did his one photo?
Yep, we've seen the photo.
Yeah, Codgen, Edwards, Rebold, Kevin Bartlett, Francis Burke, Jack Dyer statue. We saw it. Didn't look like he wanted to be there at all, but he said, you know what? I've got one in me. I've got one in one interview. Now, I thought that he would do an interview, and we were all hoping for an interview. Codgen wanted one. Live together. Probably helped him out of a hard time.
Yeah.
Into premiership years, we became a 3-time Norm Smith, 3-time premiership player. We thought, okay, maybe Jack Rebold. Jack Rebold in the week said, I wouldn't be a 3-time premiership medal without Dusty Martin. Probably a bit insulting to the whole rest of the club.
Yeah, sure.
You know? I think I can think of maybe Hardwick who helped.
Yeah.
Peggy.
He's probably not incorrect, though.
Yeah, I mean, he was pretty good in those games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it probably takes more than one person with a flag.
Sure. Yeah.
So I thought maybe those two, either or, are going to have an interview with him. Said, nah. So I thought, okay, the AFL must be working on something. And then the AFL just shot themselves in the foot and pretty much shot us in the foot by releasing his old tweets on social media. Did you see this?
No.
So they got, how many got here? A few of his old ex now, but Twitter tweets from like 2012, 2013. So this is why he's not going to do any media because they posted these.
Hang on, what year was he drafted?
I was 2010. I reckon it's 2009.
Okay, so
year before me.
He was well into his career by these tweets.
Yeah, getting comfortable, playing a bit of consistent footy.
And
I think he debuted 2010.
Yep, and just tweeting.
Just tweeted.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So 2012, Jan 27 goes, just clean my room. Just clean my room and I'm stuffed. March 25th, 2010. Just about to have potato and leek soup. Hopefully it doesn't go all over me.
What? Why would it?
April 14, 2013. Rush Hour 2, so funny. It is a funny movie. April 23, 2013. The Voice is something special tonight. Love it. April 27, 2013. Just been beaten in table tennis by a far worse player. Must have been playing coach or something. November 14, 2012. Day off to Moz. You. April 20, 2012. Grouse morning out at Kumo Tyres. Had to teach the skip how to check tyre pressure. Jan 2nd, 2012. Can't sleep. Sad face. July 1st, 2011. At the movies with the boys watching Transformers 3D.
Hang on. I've just got the best fucking image in my mind of all the lads with their cardboard cutout goggles on going, whoa.
This is sick. This is 2011 as well. Got on, hey. I think the Transformers fucking coming at me. What is happening? Yeah. The big day. That was big on July 1st, 2011. And Jan 31, 2012. Someone handing my wallet in was a great result. So that's probably why he hates the media, because they just pull stunts like this on him. Just let the man tweet. Let the tweets live back in the history. Don't bring him back.
If it wasn't for that, he could still be tweeting. And imagine how much we'd appreciate that.
They just cost us any chance of hearing from the great man.
Yeah.
Absolutely any chance. And I wanted to hear from him.
Oh,
I still think it's great that he's going to play 300 games, be one of the all-time Tigers, maybe one of the all-time greats in the league that we've ever seen. And then he's like, I literally do not give a fuck about this at all. I just want to play my 300th game. I want to leave. I don't care about talking about anything I've done. I want to play footy and bounce.
Yeah.
I think there's something really polarizing about that.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't remember the last. Who would be the last person you could think of that was? I mean,
Was
we
like
saw
that.
Buddy wasn't too crash hot on the whole thing
Buddy,
either.
yeah.
Not
Buddy,
maybe not as staunch about it, but
just over it.
yeah.
I mean, why do you? I mean, I know Lloydie came out and said, well, he should be doing interviews because the fans and the media and all that pay his wage. Not really. Not comfortable doing media. Don't do media. I don't know. I actually really like it's. I don't know if it's refreshing is the right word, but I just like that he's like, I just literally want to play footy, guys.
Yeah.
And then I want to be left alone. Like, it's great. I want to acknowledge it with my friends and family. I want to be left alone, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you remember when you walked into Gold Coast for the first time, or even Carlton? I know that within a footy club, certain players, well, it's either certain players or players added up have a quota of media appearances that you need to meet throughout the year.
Yeah.
Do they give you a thing like you have to do 6 things this season, or
Sort of like that, yeah. I think you have to do X amount of AFL appearances.
Okay.
So like community camps counts as heaps because it's over 3 days or 2 days. And then there's like clinics that they do at the club after training sessions.
Yep.
So you tick those off straight away. I think your open day counts as one as well.
Yep.
And in terms of media, like I think only your big dogs are forced to by AFL to do like, I don't know, 5 or 6.
Okay.
If that. But now they're bringing, if you don't do in the new contracts, if you don't do the media that you're required to do, you get fined.
Wow.
So the whole thing is the AFL said to Dusty, if you don't do it, we're going to fine you. But now he's like so steadfast not doing it. He says, I don't care about cash. Like, fine me.
Wow.
So he's over it. But I think you do have to do a certain amount. And if you're the captain, you have to do more. And
sure.
the club does push you out to do stuff. And normally it's not a big deal. But I think being Dusty is a different type of just like your average footballer.
It's pretty incredible getting
being
to
asked
that
to do
point
media.
where you could just go, no.
No. I mean, the interesting point now is in his game, does he play this one? And the speculation, which has died off massively this week, is retire straight away.
Yeah. Imagine if he gave an interview post-match and said it on the field.
Imagine that.
How good would that be?
Post Channel 7 to him post-game, hey, feeling dusty, because the UFC do it a lot.
Yeah.
They just come out of nowhere. Imagine if he does that.
Pretty tired. Actually reckon I'm really tired.
Yeah.
Might not do this ever again.
Back's fucking sore from carrying
Yeah.
this footy club.
I'm out.
I'm done. I'm going to the Gold Coast. I'm still massively goes Goldie.
Oh, yeah. It's over. Yeah.
I think it's done.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be... what did we say last time? We'd be shocked if he did do it.
No, I think you said you'd be shocked if he retired now
Yep.
and then came back and did it, where the more realistic option would be see the year out.
Yeah.
Then
That
make
sounds like me.
You know,
Yeah.
changing your mind.
Yeah, I would be shocked, just given where they're at.
Yeah.
They get a few soldiers back as well. They get Tom Lynch back.
Is that confirmed?
I think it's all but.
All but, yeah, okay.
We're going to check, but last time I had heard and read that was he was on track to come back and play this game, which is
exciting.
massive.
Huge.
Everything's coming together from the right time. Prestia out again.
Yeah.
Calf. Disappointing for Presti.
Poor bastard.
I know. So what on a Dusty, 300 games, absolutely massive effort. He's probably got... get to the G if you can. Be 80,000 there. It's a 4:30 game. 80,000 we talking?
I reckon.
That'd be great.
Hey, this is what we like. Footy's great. Storylines are great. The heart and soul. Like, forget about, where your team's how your team's tracking.
No.
We're coming out in force for this one.
Absolutely.
It's pretty cool.
Man, what a man. If you can get there, and even if you don't go for Hawthorn or Richmond, just get a ticket and just go see one of the all-time greats run around for maybe one of the last times.
Are you going?
In a Richmond Guernsey. I won't be going. That doesn't interest me at all. No. I'll be at home watching that one. I'll be tuning in though for the pre-game stuff. And I keep watching on TikTok at the moment a lot of Dusty stuff.
Yeah, okay.
And you just remember, like, there's this one, I'm not sure what it is at the moment on TikTok going around, and it's just like all these best moments of like big games and big moments in the crowd, and like it's just, you just go down memory lane and you go, this guy still a very good player, but just was an absolute lord.
Yeah.
Like the things he did, that grand final in the pocket with danger, hip turn, shrugs him off. There's a GWS game where he takes a mark on Lockie Whitfield and the crowd literally are losing their shit as the ball's in the air. Then he marks it and they erupt. I think it was getting to like a semi or something like that. There's all these moments against Hawthorn,
What did he have?
get into a semi.
Oh, right.
Then there's this goal against Hawthorn, like running to the boundary. So many good moments.
Yeah.
So many good moments.
A few
So
questionable haircuts too I've seen over the flashback.
his best haircut is the mullet flare at the back.
Yeah.
Needs to bring that back.
Gel.
And everyone had the dusty.
Yeah.
Remember? Everyone started going a bit dusty. He's kind of bought the haircut in fashion before everyone started going a bit, the new trend they've got.
Yeah.
Shave behind the ears, drop it back. Hate that one.
You're not a fan of that?
No. I was talking about, someone commented with me, what am I doing with my hair?
Well, it's not that it looks bad, but it's a bit of what's next for your
It's
career.
Bond territory.
Yeah, like what are we doing?
I'm going to grow it out and then I think I'm going to shave it.
Okay, we'll grow it out.
Grow it out for summer, then shave it for,
What's a reasonably long you're thinking?
not your length.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw
But
a photo when I had to edit something up of you yesterday. I thought you looked pretty cool with long hair.
I did. Yeah, I can grow some long hair, the best of them.
There you go.
Yeah, and you doubted me and my hair growing ability.
Now.
Now?
Yeah, now.
What do you mean now? My hair's thick. I got thicker hair than you. I do.
Damn.
It is so thick, mate. It's receding, but it's thick.
Dan, you do not have thicker hair.
I
than
do. I do, mate.
that. Okay.
Hey, this has been topical all week. We kind of touched on it when I had a spray at Melbourne last episode, but Petrracca. Now,
Yeah.
what a tough bastard. What a tough son of a bitch. What a dog this guy is. Absolute dog. Gets crunched by Moore, breaks 4 ribs, cuts open his spleen, punches a lung, plays out a quarter, still has 5 touches in it. Now, when he went out, when the hit first happened, actually, I think we all looked at it, whether you were at the game or on TV, and said, there's no way that they're going to let him get back on the ground. And the commentators said, well, if it's just bruising, it'll be okay. If it's a cracked rib, it'll be different, rah. I think we all, I know I did, I felt super uncomfortable watching it. Him run around for that second quarter, not wanting to be touched, his little flick handballs out.
Yeah.
It was really uncomfortable to watch. But he is a tough bastard. Had surgery on Tuesday. And what we know is a lot's come out of how this all happened. So he gets hit by Moore, goes off the ground, tries to run in the second quarter. Halftime of the game, tries to warm back up. Looks like absolute shit trying to warm up. So the club says, don't worry about it, you're done. Half time or 3/4 time, they get Alan Richardson on the TV and say, hey, how's he going? Obviously, he says, not great. Don't even know where he is at the moment. What? Sorry? Like you lost him or
Richo.
like where could he be? Like, is he in hospital? I think that's where people are thinking. Like, is this guy in hospital? He said, no, I don't know where he is. I think he's somewhere. Bizarre. In the last quarter of the game, we see a cutaway to him on a stretcher saying, you know, kisses to your mum, I'm going to the hospital, we're going to suss this thing out. Turns out he'd been bleeding for 2 hours at this point. Internal bleeding before someone at the club said, oh, maybe we should rush him to the hospital to see what's going on here. This is just an absolute shitstorm. And at first I was harsh on the medical team and said, how could they even think or let him go back out there after I told everyone that sometimes you have to protect the players themselves. So Track no doubt would have said, get me back out there. I'm a tough son of a bitch. Get me back out there. The medical team would have said, okay, well, this is Track. Just let him go. Not knowing. But you jerks. That club doctor, you're a jerk. Don't let him back out there. Just because you can think you can win a game of football in June, don't do that. Don't be a jerk like that, you rat. That is horrible. And then the AFL comes out and says, oh, we clear it. It's all good. The AFL chief medical officer spoke to Melbourne's doctors in relation to their management of Petrracca yesterday. The AFL is comfortable with the process Melbourne adopted. So to me, that reads that the AFL has investigated our own procedures and we're happy with it. Of course you're going to be happy with it. It's just so infuriating. I think for the fans, one, because we all could see it, and for someone who, and no one cares and gives a shit about what I say, but for someone who has been in the league and knows that the league claims that they are a player-first league and they care about welfare and health, and that's their big thing this year, especially around concussion, well, apply it to fucking other injuries. It's so infuriating. Track did come out on social media and say that for everyone commenting on this whole thing that I actually put myself back out there. I'm responsible for putting myself out there and stop talking about the medicals. Now, I probably wouldn't have commented that. I don't think the club probably would have wanted him to comment that. Now, there are some Chinese whispers that they have a little bit of a history of commenting stuff when they shouldn't. The week before, 92-point loss, Track's brother gets on Instagram on the full-time post on Instagram, which you go to and you ruffle feathers.
Yeah.
He says, his brother goes, what a well-coached side. Got deleted. So I think he said, hey, you can't put that up there. So there's some Chinese whispers about maybe this thing in Melbourne isn't as good as what it seems from the top down to the bottom. Club doctor is the one I'm pointing the fingers out. Because they literally are, it's their job to make sure that players don't get put about there again when they're injured. But also they are so heavily encouraged to put players back out onto the field in any way possible, whether it be an injection, whether it be a painkiller, whether it be strapping. Like their main thing and the pressure that is put on them by coaches is to like will them out by any means. And I've been in a club where it's happened. I've seen friends and players that actually get the cold shoulder when they aren't ruled or aren't willing to go back onto the field by clubs. So there is so much pressure for the doctor to literally keep players out there, which is so negligent. And it's been a bad weekend for Melbourne. It's bad, even made worse actually, when you remember that in 2020, Goody verbally abused the team medico at the time who said, hey, Brayshaw has concussion. I think he has to come off the ground. And then that whole stuff came out as well. So there's a history there, well, Melbourne especially, doing exactly what I just said. A coach saying, get him back out there. It is just, I think that it's not many things that the whole league or fans around the league agree on, but I think this is one where everyone has kind of taken a stance and said, how do you let this happen? Horrible.
Well said. And I think the comparison with concussion is so, it's fascinating to me because concussion, the reason why players say that they can go out there is because they're concussed.
Literally.
It's because you're not thinking properly. You don't have that clarity. So I get that. But rupturing your spleen is life-threatening. You bleed out, especially when you've been bleeding for 2 hours, you can bleed out and die.
Yeah.
This isn't a, will he miss a week or two kind of thing.
No.
It's life-threatening. It's pretty serious stuff.
100%. And the fucked up thing and not that I look back on it now and you have a bit of clarity and you would hope that no one would do this, but if I'm an opponent and I see their best player on the field, sore hunching over, the natural competitor and what's coached into me is to go and whack him.
Yeah.
Imagine how bad that would have been if someone would have whacked him and then we've got 5 broken ribs. We've got a bigger laceration than spleen. There's now another lung. Like just so wild to me that let this happen.
And where's the OH&S for the other player in that circumstance? So imagine if you did do that, something quite serious happens and you go, oh, shit, I didn't know.
Mate,
I would never have whacked him if I knew his spleen and lungs were bleeding.
Yeah, it's crazy negligent.
Yeah.
It is. And just like, I know we sound a bit like, I don't know, if not dinosaur-y, but like we're complaining, but it's just one of those ones where it's just an incident that just did not need to get that far.
No.
It's June.
Yeah.
What are you playing for? You were down already. Like, you don't need to do that to your best player.
Yeah.
I just hate it. I hate it. And I do, I speak about the pressure that the club doctors put on, and that is a very real thing.
Yeah.
Like, I've been in clubs. I've been at the Gold Coast when we played a Q clash, and I had a bad shoulder going into it. Had a cortisone, first quarter happens, gets whacked again, go down for another cortisone. I'm like, guys, like I'm really sore here, just call me. Nah, do another cortisone. So 4 cortisones in the space of 2 hours. So this is a real thing that club doctors are literally encouraged by coaching staff and people higher up to say, hey, if there's any way to get him out there, just keep willing him out.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I've got another theory for you with this. Tell me if you like this idea or not. So with Petrracca's comment, Melbourne liked it and pinned it to the top of the comment section. Just after he had surgery, I feel like you'd be pretty groggy. I feel like you might not have access to your phone. I like the idea of one of the Melbourne medical team coming in, getting the phone and going,
Doctor?
Yeah, no, it's all good. No, I did it. It definitely wasn't the doctor.
Actually, the doctor's a fucking legend.
Yeah. I really like him. Seems like a cool, relaxed, chill dude.
I take no responsibility. I take all responsibility. I know I was bleeding, but the doctor said sign this waiver, and I still signed it. And also, the doctor is a legend. If I didn't say that at the start. Okay, I'm with you. You'd be super groggy to come out on your phone, and I don't know.
There were commas in there. There was
made a lot of sense.
A lot of grammar.
Made 2 cents. Yeah, I'm with you. Too much sense for mine. Okay, well, let's watch this space. And in saying all of that, let's wish him absolute speedy recovery. One of the best in the game. Let's hope he gets back out there. Let's hope he gets healthy first, and then let's hope that everyone learns from this whole thing.
Yeah.
Because that was just uncomfortable for everyone involved. Even though, we're being nice now, we've had our run-ins with the Melbourne players.
Sure.
We've got an ongoing beef with a Melbourne player. And I know we've been harsh on Melbourne this week, but yeah, we're going through a little bit with them at the moment.
It's a little bit of a roller coaster for everyone involved.
Everyone, if you don't know, we have an ongoing beef.
Yeah.
With a current Melbourne player, a very good Melbourne player who doesn't like some of the stuff we've said here about Melbourne.
No.
They've been very vocal about it. They also then apologised for that vocal comment 2 hours later. So it's been a bit of a weird relationship with them and us.
And I'm hoping once they get the chance to listen to what we've said here, maybe just for the broader, look at the club, they'll feel okay about things. I don't know. I feel like we like Melbourne.
Screw them.
Well, what? Well, I'm sorry. Looking at you.
Screw, I'm doubling down. And by the end of the season, I will reveal that player in a one grand finale episode. We're going to reveal it behind me like a big thing here, and I'll take it off. This is the player we have a feud with. We'll burn you to the ground. No, we won't do that unless legal says we can. Hey, let's get into some footy here. Not a lot of games on because I have these buys. Don't like these at all. Hate these buys.
Yeah, way too many.
Don't need it. Not necessary at all. So Carlton, Suns, Geelong, Melbourne, Essendon and the Eagles all have a bye there. Carlton probably, good time for Carlton. Been going well. Have a bit of a rest. Second half of the year, get back into it. Suns probably, they're a bit irrelevant at the moment to me.
Sure.
We did have that one of the 6 Suns fans on the show earlier. Geelong probably needed it.
Yep.
Just a breather. Melbourne definitely needed it. Essendon, probably.
Yeah.
Reset. And Eagles
Reset.
Eagles to get Harley back, and then they're back to being relevant again. Let's get into Friday night footy here. Friday night football, no Thursday night football. So if you're listening to this on Thursday, there's no footy tonight.
Nope.
Don't know what you're going to do. Go for a walk. Take your partner out for a nice pub meal.
To apologise for the
Go
last however many weeks.
Yes, I am going to do that actually.
Yeah.
I've been in a lot of trouble watching Thursday night football. So do that. What else can you do on Thursday night football? What is to do on a Thursday night when there's no footy on?
Heaps of pub trivia.
Wank.
Not at pub trivia, I hope.
I'm slowly figuring out that just sometimes the voice in your head just wins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like,
And we've just got very different voices.
Is your voice doing that? Yours isn't coming out though?
No, my voice is saying go to pub trivia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yours,
Keep forgetting my dad listens to this show.
yeah.
Oh, my father-in-law listens to this show.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, well, we'll do it. What else do you do Thursday night?
I mean, that's about it, right?
Pub's good. How good's a good meat tray at a pub?
Oh, the best.
Good raffle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm a trivia guy, though. I think that's Tuesdays and Thursdays anywhere in Australia, really. You'll find a good triv.
I don't like triv.
Too
much.
I wonder why.
I do know some pretty niche stuff.
Like?
Ask me a question. Ask me one trivia question. I better get it right.
Oh, well, okay. What is the capital of Portugal?
Lisbon.
Well, if you pronounce it correctly, it is.
Is that right?
Lisbon.
Give me another one.
Do you want to do capitals?
Do whatever, mate. I'm very
Capital
good with
of
mine.
Brazil.
It's actually Brasilia.
Very good.
See?
Capital of Iceland.
Stupid game. Not play anymore.
Reykjavik.
What is it?
Reykjavik.
Okay.
And then just to tie a nice bow on this, if we go back to what happened at the start, what year was the Battle of Hastings?
It was 1655.
1066.
Oh, fuck. Okay, Friday night. Okay, here's one. When was St Kilda's last premiership?
1966.
Hey, Brisbane $1.21, Saints $4.45. The line is 26.5. I'm shocked at the line. 26.5.
Do you think it'd be more?
Way more
Yeah.
to the Saints. In Brisbane, Lions had their swagger back. They were very good last week. Very impressive. Season is probably, it's a must win.
Yeah.
We know that every game from here is pretty much a must win for them.
Yeah.
Saints season kind of done. They're boring, super boring. I don't think they get anywhere near Brizzy here in Brisbane. You're the Saints man and our resident Saints person, and you're going to say that somehow the Saints can pull one at their backside here. Do you honestly believe that?
No, not
Great,
really.
thank you.
I think that if it was in Melbourne, there's a chance. No, well, one thing that you would have to agree on, that you have said, that St Kilda pull people down to their level from time to time.
I
And
agree.
we've been able to do that with Port, with Giants, with the Cats, and we've just lost those by, a kick.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been able to do it against some pretty decent sides so far this season. So if you can fall into that trap, then it's anyone's. But I think that based off the way Brisbane played, and now back at home, it'll be too difficult.
Such a bad trap to fall into as well.
Yeah.
There were some highlights on Twitter getting around, and Saints fans were getting around at hardcore of just some link-up play and some running through the middle. Did you see that stuff or not?
Yeah, I did.
You did. And they're like, I love this, want to see more of it. So they actually, even the Saints fans want to see a bit of movement.
Yeah.
It's just, we're sick of defense. We are. We need you guys to show us something. I think what's going to happen here, you're going to have a team that loves scoring versus the Saints who hate scoring. I have it here. Brisbane average over 100 points in the last 5 games. The Saints averaging just over 60 points in the last 5 games.
Ooh.
So there's a massive difference there in what they want to do.
A little bit of a discrepancy, sure.
A massive one. I think 26.5 is super generous to the Saints. I think Brisbane do this and not taking the piss here or trying to be rude or funny at all. I think it's 10 goals.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be that bad. I'm tipping the Saints because I have to, but
I don't think you get anywhere near him. I'm not. Who's gonna kick goals up there? Max King is in. We love Max King, but he's not kicking goals this year.
I tell you, it was a welcome return for Dan Butler. Massive welcome return,
And he was good.
He was really good. So when him and Higgins can sort of pop up for 3 goals each, that takes the pressure off big time. So,
well, Brisbane are just waiting to get their teeth in this season. They're not really missing anyone. They've just been bad all year, but now it feels like, okay, they could make a late run of this thing. And if they do make finals and it starts now, look out.
Yeah.
Like if they get good
Agreed.
at the right time, even if they play at Etihad or Marvel, they're trouble.
We've seen they can do it. Yeah.
I think Brisbane do it easily. Hipwood, after kicking 6, won't kick any.
Okay.
I think hot and cold.
Hot
Too
and
and
cold,
cold for me.
sure, yeah.
I think Charlie will get off the lead here.
It's about time too
Yeah,
for him.
he's due for a big bag.
Yeah.
A lot of Chinese whispers about him getting out of there. Hearing those ones?
No.
Apparently Gold Coast are leading that one. Yeah, loves Queensland. Just wants to, maybe with all what's happened, get out of there.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. How old's Chris Fagan?
60, I'm going to say, loose guess 66.
Okay. I'm going to say 72.
You reckon he's in his 70s? 62.
Oh, younger.
Yeah, he's
right.
not in his 70s. That's quite old.
And Chris Fagan's 94. It's so good. I've told you about Rocket, but he was, I don't know why. I always compare Rocket and Fagan to like, I think they'd be the same person and not having anything to do with Fagan at all.
Okay.
But when Rocket was coaching the Suns and because he's a bit older, he was deaf in one ear. So he couldn't hear like stuff you were talking to him about. So he'd be saying something in his left ear, and he'd be deaf in the left ear. He'd be like, hey, mate, I think we should do this. Like, I love this training drill. Like, hey, but what can I do to get better? And then he'd look at you like, oh, when did you get there? And you'd have to be like, oh, no, don't worry about it.
It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah. So I go up to his left ear and go, fuck you.
Yeah.
He's like, thanks, mate. Good to see you as well. Yeah. He despise you. You hate me, don't you?
Did you do a little bit of these ones? Speaking behind your hand.
Hey, you're a legend. Idiot.
No, you're not. You're a fucking dickhead. Hey, awesome coach.
No, you're not. You're a bloody bad coach. Love Rocket. Love everything he's doing. Hey, Richmond here. Oh, no. Dogs here. Dogs here now. Saturday football.
Yes.
Now I'm back on track. $1.69 the Dogs, 302.18. Lions 5.5 as we said. Can't believe the Dogs are favourites here. Cannot.
Yep.
After everything that's happened this year and what they did last week, astounds me. No one gives Freo enough credit. Even we don't.
No.
We really don't.
You've been pretty harsh on them.
Well, they were my boring
Yeah.
team to poke at early. And now
Yeah.
they've not boring, I thought they did in Alice Springs at all. And they've been better over the last month in actually looking like they want to score,
Yeah.
which is good. That's all we've asked, to do a little bit of entertaining for the fans. So I think that they have turned things around massively. I'm still not big on them firing a shot in finals unless they get the double chance, which I don't know if they'll become a top 4 team by the end of the year.
Yeah.
But I think that there's still they've got a lot of upside in them. And they're just a team that just get the job done
Yeah, absolutely.
all the time. I think maybe because we don't see them enough and we're not from Perth, that maybe we just don't really acknowledge them that much.
Yeah.
But they're a good football team.
They're really, really well run and feels like, I was thinking about this yesterday, what a great time to be a football fan of either team in Perth right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Just a lot happening.
Fremantle probably batting a little bit above their average
Yeah.
and enjoying life. And then they can look at West Coast and go, well, it's not your time yet, but things are looking pretty cool for you too.
Yeah, it's great.
We'll do a crossover at some point and happy
It's
days.
very good. Yeah, you're right. Good time to be a Perth football fan. I feel like the Bulldogs, they're just a show bag. You know when you go to the show and you get this show and it's like, oh, all these show bags there, it looks good when it's pinned up on the wall and you take it home and then you put it on the floor and you go, this isn't that good, is it?
No.
I've just realised maybe this isn't as good as what I think it is.
No, because it's carried 7 lollipops and that's what's got
Yeah,
the weight
that's
involved.
a chocolate from 1994.
Yeah.
That's a Birdie's Beetle.
Yeah.
You know? That's old. That gum doesn't taste like gum. So I don't know. I just think that they've had their chances with me. They lose this and I think their season's done.
I think that's fair.
I don't know. I can't back him anymore. So I'm going to go Freo. The line's 5.5. Freo at 218 is an absolute... Guys, that'll definitely be somewhere in the feed this week on Sportsbet for me. Get on board. Yeah, that's a given. Freo.
Yep, with you there.
Here we go. Dusty 300, 4:30 on a Saturday Arvo. Kittens won't know what hit it. Get the bottles ready. Get the booths ready. Get the tassels ready, kittens.
Yeah.
Because the boys are coming to town after.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to roll in hot. And so is Goz. I'm just not gonna, that's why I'm not going to the game, man, because we wanted kittens early to line up.
You'll be like Fisher when they did the grand final celebrations.
Yeah, true. I'll be just getting the bottles warm for the boys at kittens early.
You'll be getting them warm. How are you going to do that? And why would you do that?
Warming them up with my stomach.
Yeah.
Drinking them all. Richmond, 269. Hawks $1.47. The line is 13.5. The MCG will be rocking. Now we said 80,000.
Yeah.
Are we confident with 80K?
I don't know. That's a lot.
That's a lot of people for 4:30 on a Saturday.
Yeah.
A lot of people are playing footy.
Yeah.
Or at local footy. People are working. People have kids.
Yeah. Good time for kids, admittedly.
Good kid game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go, there'll be 65 there.
Yeah.
I think that's some more realistic.
Yep, that's more. Way more.
The only thing that worries me, I know the script is saying that Dusty comes out, has 30 and kicks 5, and that the Hawks maybe poo the bed a bit here. Like all roads and all signs are probably leading to that. The vibe around town is that happens. But something about Dusty not really caring about this scares me that it leaks into the playing group also not caring. So, you know when like the club rallies, like it just happens naturally. A club plays a big game, the players rally. I think maybe the same thing happens when the player doesn't care and the player's like, oh, okay.
So then it's just a normal game.
There's something flattening about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, if he doesn't really care, doesn't want to do anything, then maybe we just...
But
that's the only concern for me.
I doubt that he doesn't care. It's just maybe that he just doesn't want the hoopla around it, the attention.
Yeah,
you know?
but-
Like I'm sure he cares.
There's something here that if he was like a bit... And maybe he's behind closed doors, but a bit peppy, you know, pep in his step and just ready to go, then that would leak into the playing group and then everyone gets to the ground Saturday ready to run through a wall for him. There's something about this makes me nervous, this carefree, get it over with nature that maybe is just maybe, and it might just be me, something that's like,
Yeah, that's true. I tell you who won't be feeling like that though, and it's the fans. And for once this season, they're going to have a full MCG with the Tiger Army in full voice. So, and that will get anyone
True.
to have a pep in their step.
And we encourage every Richmond fan to get the Dusty Cup.
Yeah.
Man or woman.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I want to see in the crowd. I want to see 65,000 Dusties. You know? Like we had the big freeze beanies. I want to see with a Dusty. Yeah, I want to see that. So we encourage you guys to do that. And Dusty would appreciate that as well. Okay. I've been big on the Hawks bandwagon. I think they're my second team.
Yeah.
At the moment. They're just, as you said, they're cool. They got swag. Sammy Mitchell's letting them do their thing. All things are going very well for them at the moment. Things are going too well. I haven't played bad football in 6 weeks. You're big on, what are you big on again?
Well, I'm big on when you look at this list and the age that they're at, it's very, very normal to string 1 or 2 great games and then fall off.
Yeah.
And then come back. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
So I'm expecting a Richmond win.
Full. Yeah. And you're big on storylines as well.
Big on storylines.
Yeah, so that's where I was going with that. I should lead you in
There's
better.
too many storylines going on. It's fizzing with storylines.
I'm with, I think and it hurts me because I'm getting around Hawthorn, but I think there's just too much of a storyline in this for them not to rally for Dusty. Even though I've said I'm concerned about his lack of giving any fucks about it, I think there's too much of something there for them not to even show up.
Yeah, agreed.
And Tom Lynch is back, and if he's back, he'll kick 3 or he'll kick none.
Yeah, and injure himself.
Because
he's back 3 weeks early.
Someone's guaranteed to do a soft tissue at Richmond. That's what happens. They're your givens. Dusty to absolutely have 30 and kick 6. Yeah. Someone to do a soft tissue.
Yep.
Richmond win.
Yep.
Like that. Big game in Adelaide. Is this prime time in Adelaide on Saturday night?
7:30. Yeah.
7:30 prime time. Okay. Adelaide fans, get ready. Adelaide at $3.21, Sydney $1.35. The line is 17.5. That is short again for mine. The line's a bit off here this week. Now, Adelaide have had a rough week. Been a long week for them as well, given they're going to play on Saturday, played Thursday last week. Rue's coming out to the media. Everyone get the faith here. Told everyone to keep the faith.
Yep.
Said that, this thing's a work in progress. Then Tex came out as well and said we've had some injuries this year. That's why things have been a bit shaky. The fans said not liking that answer. Nah, don't like it at all in the city of churches. So it's really bad right now for Adelaide. And I think if you're an Adelaide fan, you'd be going to the game purely to see Fluffy.
Yeah.
I got you.
Thanks, buddy.
GFL.
Let Fluffy off its chain.
Fluffy, GFL, Heaney, Warner, Gordon. That's why you're going to the Adelaide Oval, I think. They're going to put on a show, the boys.
You reckon?
Well, now I say that, I am big on that. If you have Heaney, Warner, Gordon, then you're literally halfway home before the game even starts. They've only lost one game in 3 months. Yeah. Which is big. Now, they have Mills and Parker to come back as well. I have no idea how they fit them in. They probably don't. How do you change that team? How do you change a team that's 11-1?
I haven't even thought about that.
You can't change it.
Insane.
Yeah. So they're going to get better. I don't know how you have to bring back your captain.
Yeah, well.
That's a given.
Yeah.
You can't play twos. Parker is too good to play VFL.
Yeah.
So you think he could sneak back in somewhere. I have no idea how they get them back into the team, but I know I've been big on Sydney and I still believe they're going to play in a grand final. I wholeheartedly believe in that. Mm-hmm. But I've just got a vibe about Adelaide.
Well, I was thinking you did say that if Carlton had to go to the Adelaide Oval, you'd be more worried about playing Adelaide than Port.
Yeah. I still, big on that too.
Which you
still big on it. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. And I don't want to insult Sydney fans, and I think they're the best team in the comp, but I think something here about Adelaide, Taylor Walker coming back, they play better within the team. They're going to be hopefully a bit more juiced up given what happened last week against the Tigers. Mm-hmm. I just have a vibe about them, and I don't know why.
It's fizzing, and okay, I'm just checking the weather. A little bit wet on the Friday. Saturday looks all right. No, you got to go Sydney. I'll go Sydney.
But you just, at one point,
I get you though.
In 3 months of footy, there just has to be one hiccup.
Yeah.
They had one against Richmond, and if you had told us that now, you wouldn't believe it. Yeah. So the Adelaide now saying that Adelaide could win, isn't that unbelievable? Mm. I don't know. I'm going to go Adelaide. Mm-hmm. And not confidently, but it's got a vibe.
Okay.
You saying Sydney?
I'll go Sydney. I'm going to be sensible. Okay. Tried to warn you.
Hey, this is in the morgue. 1 o'clock Sunday. Mm-hmm. At Marvel as well. So Collingwood playing away from home. North, $7. Pies, $1.10. Lions, 41.5. Probably expected, let's be honest. Mm-hmm. North are no chance here, which means the Pies will probably be second or third on the ladder come the end of this round, which is just absolutely crazy considering they've got 15 on the injury list. Mm-hmm. Crazy, crazy, crazy. They literally just need to get through the next 4 weeks with no more injuries. And then they're going to set themselves up for the back end of the year. And it hurts me so much that they're good again. Like, it actually physically pains me to pick them every week and talk nicely about them. Their system's so good. Doesn't matter who's out there. They could literally put me at centre forward and they'd win a game of football. Yeah. Like, that's how good they're going at the moment.
You'd still be able to get 1 or 2 goals too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, the ball will find its way
in my
to
prime, 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nathan Kruger's doing it? Yeah. Gozza could do that. Yeah, I think, Pies are going to be good here. The North are going to be confident off last week, but they're in different leagues, really, for being honest. North are going to be brave, I think. I don't know if they'd be ruthless, the Pies here, but they'll just get the job done.
I reckon it could be a bit of a blowout. I think they could be a bit ruthless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
they've had a little bit of experience over recent weeks at Marvel, which I think gives
me... They look good at Marvel. They don't look that bad.
Which gives me a little bit more confidence about them.
I mean, ideally they want to be the MCG, given it's their home and that's where they get the biggest crowds and they obviously live for that occasion. But I think Marvel, they're getting used to. It's a tough trip for them. Yeah. Like, what is that, K&a half?
Oh, yuck.
So the travel, I mean, Freo on West Coast complain.
Yeah.
I'm being a bloody Collingwood player.
Through the CBD. Are you kidding me?
Oh, let me guess. Got to go under a bridge.
Yeah.
Some of them. No, thank you. Parking. Oh, disaster. Yeah, I think Pies, North will be brave. Be good to see Sheasel and hopefully Dacos gets up.
Yep.
With his leg injury, we think.
Yes.
Nothing really coming out of that. Should be okay from what I've heard last time. Got a knock against Neil Bullen, so hopefully he's out there because I want to see them go head to head. Very similar players. It'll be good to see them in the same park there. Mm-hmm. So Pies by a lot.
Yeah.
For mine.
Agreed.
Yeah. And last game in the graveyard here, we've got the Giants versus Port at home for the Giants, NG Stadium, 9.5 in the graveyard. This is going to be... It actually isn't a bad graveyard game, really.
That's a good
The two teams
matchup.
are good. Both been a fair bit to the ladder as well. So the Giants at home, I'm tipping the Giants at home to bounce back finally. They're too good not to. We've written them off the last 4 weeks. What were they? 4 losses and 1 win the last 5 weeks.
Yeah.
I think they're just too good at home to not bounce back here and try and get their season back on track.
Yeah, it's a flip of a coin for me. It really is. I'm going to have to go the Giants, but I wouldn't be surprised if Port can take it up to them. Because they can. Of course
They
they
still
can.
got heaps of the injury list. Is that what everyone's talking about? Like, why have they just fallen off the face of the earth?
Yeah, but from what I can gather, their injuries haven't been like their absolute...
They're prime movers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, give me the Giants at an absolutely non-sold out
Yeah.
NG Stadium.
Yeah, that's a-
that'll be
a lock.
3,000 this game.
Yeah.
Sunday, what is it, 4:30 in Sydney? Better things to do, boys. You know, I'm not going to NG at 4:30 on a Sunday. I've got better things to do. All right, if you haven't jumped on Sportsbet's app and followed us on the feed, then you are missing out because we're getting close, Ollie. We're getting really close. I think the last couple of weeks we've just been building, missing out a leg here, missing out a leg there, but I feel like this week's the week. So we have our team multi again for you to get on and follow us with. All you have to do is get the app Sportsbet, go to the feed section, create an account, follow Dan Gorringe. Everything's going to be there. It's there every weekend. You can see it all. This week we have Brisbane to beat the Saints, Freo to beat the Dogs, Richmond to beat Hawthorn in Dusty's 300th, and Collingwood to do the number on North. Get on that. You're getting a nice little return on that. All on Sportsbet's feed. Follow us now. Okay. Hey, that's our episode for this week. How long are we going for?
Over an hour. Just over.
Is that enough, you reckon?
That's enough.
Hey, have a great weekend. If you have a bye and your team has the bye, try and watch some footy of other teams. Get around it. Let's get back the celebrating early.
Yep.
Let's get around Dusty.
Yep. Possible Dusty haircuts.
Possible Dusty
if you're
haircuts
up
as well.
for it.
Have a great weekend, guys. We will see you on Monday.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.